We are here in Wauwatosa, Wisconsin for another edition of Masters Nationals. Today I'm racing the 50 to 54 class that starts here in about an hour, 3:30. I just had three teammates wrap up the 55 to 59 class, and they did excellent. Matt got in a break and ended up getting second, and Laszlo ended up getting fifth, and BK did great as well. So hopefully that trend will start. We'll keep going when Jose, yes, I have one teammate in this, when Jose and I race at 3:30. Like I said, this is the second time I am racing this course. Last year didn't go so well. It was much hotter. Kind of psyched myself out based on the little bit of a hill and heat. I didn't put it all out there at the beginning and definitely left some on the table before just a stupid little pedal clip crash at the very end of that race, which was a big bummer. So hopefully things are gonna go much better today. Taking a look at this course on paper, it looks really similar to Bayview. Pretty much about the same turns, however, there is much more elevation. Coming through that first turn, which is pretty tight, you go uphill for, about 50 to 100 meters, and then it crests up on the backside and you go down into that sharp only left-hand turn of the course. And that whole area in the backside, if it plays out like last year, terrible place to pass because it's gonna be strung out. Really, the only two places that I can remember that is safe to pass is going up the hill and then in the long finishing stretch. And yes, you come across that last turn and it's a long drag race stretch between the last turn and that first turn, which again, a little bit of a tailwind today, even though it is pretty super calm right now. But that's gonna be a place to pass as well. So like I said, hoping that this race goes much better than it did last year. My main and only goal is to just leave it all out there. I've got a 5.5 hour trip back to Minneapolis where I really don't want to be second guessing. I should have done that. I should have gone with that. Why wasn't I there? So again, I have a few riders that I'm going to peg, but we've got some fresh riders showing up today as well. So it should be a very active and exciting race. We'll see how it goes. Here we are rolling to staging, and for once I actually got some decent staging. Sitting at about 20th, so didn't have to burn too many matches that first lap. And here we are on the first lap. And what did I just say? No passing on the backside, except on that first lap when everybody is soft pedaling. So kind of found my way on the outside to the front, putting out almost no watts, and thought, all right, well, we'll keep it safe these first couple laps. And I stayed out front for about 2 laps. And I love this video right here where I am taking a look over my shoulder after about 2 laps and saying, is anybody gonna come around here? I'm ready to get off the front. And they did, they all swarmed. So for the rest of the next several laps, I stayed mid to actually mid backpack, but save matches. This is just a beautiful course. Here we are in turn 1, coming through that tight turn and down into turn 3, and we are strung out. And I think my biggest memory of this race is that this race slowed down about 2 or 3 times. The rest of the time we were completely strung out and it made passing really hard. And when things are strung out and you're not in the front, gaps can definitely happen. And that's exactly what happened right here. Is a rider kind of pulled off. I'm like, oh man, here's a gap. Got to close that gap, 700, 800, 900 watts to get back on, but definitely my own fault for being too far back. Here we are with 2 laps to go. Still pretty strung out, and let me just walk through these last 2 laps. As if this was a normal crit, putting out the type of watts and kind of making the moves that I did would get me a little bit closer to the front. However, being a national Stars and Stripes crit here, nobody was giving up any positioning. So here we are going up the hill with just under 2 laps to go. And probably the thing that saved me from not getting a 25th, 26th, 30th spot was right here. We crested this top and I'm on the inside going into this turn 3, and everybody on the outside kind of slows up a bit. You heard some barking happening. And it might not look like it, but I passed 7, 8 riders right there. Coming into this downhill, again, single file. We're flying here with 1.5 laps to go. Still pretty strung out, 31, 32 miles an hour. And there is a slight spot here. This guy in the red goes, I'm like, all right, he's a big guy. I'll try to get on his wheel and move up. Somebody had the same idea right behind me, came across me. And that's sort of the nature of these last lap and a half is I gain a spot, somebody else gains a spot on me, and it is a complete washing machine happening here. So like I said before, if you're not moving up, you're definitely moving back. Even though I was moving up, I was pretty much maintaining position here in my top 15, 16, 17. And here we are coming in with last turn with, coming in with 1 lap to go. And we're all over the road. Everybody's really trying to jockey for position. Unless you're in the top 10, it's sort of chaos. And I'm sure up at the top 10, you can see guys pulling off and streaking up the side. Everybody's just trying to find the right wheel. And speaking of the right wheel, you can see him coming over my right-hand shoulder is the winner of our race, Charon Smith. Is really far back for winning this race, but here he is. I am on his wheel. My goodness. In retrospect, that I would have made much different moves this last lap. And here was the downfall of my race. Look at how tight he takes this turn. I take it wide to sort of keep my momentum going. And we're moving up at the same pace. The difference is he's moving up riders and I'm just maintaining my position. He slots right in between Adam Meyerson, which even though he's an excellent sprinter, this was his winning move for sure. He moved up right when he needed to, not needing to dump a bunch of watts. And again, this was just a savvy, smart, safe move. And you can see he slots in perfectly. And he went from basically being right in front of me to now being 10 riders ahead of me. And that was the difference. So he stayed on Adam Meyerson's wheel and came around for the win at the end, where I basically just sat back here. We're going 34 miles an hour. I'm not moving up, but I'm not moving back. So this last lap is what it is. Came around this final turn. I thought, well, I'm all the way over in Wauwatosa. I'm gonna at least put on some watts. Threw down some watts, picked off a couple riders, and finished 14th. All in all, could have been a better day, could have been a worse day. I left it all out there. 14th place out of 55 top riders. I'll take it. Congratulations to Charon Smith for a smart, savvy, and very well-deserved win. I look forward to racing against you all next year. Thanks for watching.